But as you can see, it's in the wrong place. Why? I don't really know. See, now that's the way it should be, and that would make sense. Alright, so it does need to be a weapon mount point location, which is all fine and dandy, unless we set it to see that's weird to me. This one should take up, let's see, copy component, base component values. Yeah, see, that's not, it's going to have to be this one. 0, 0, 0, which is fine. So actually it does have to be transparent parent transform. What that's going to do is it's going to make sure that it's on the weapon mount point instead, which will allow me to center it on this little dude's hand the way it should be. Okay, so now as you can see, it is now part of that. It's still way too big for this game, but so we need to make sure that we take the image resources, open images, and now it's way too small. Oops. Okay, so if we do 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, apply, and look at that. See, it's too small. 0.2. It's just too small. 3, 3. Yeah, we'll go a little bit bigger. 4. That's good. So that one's going to be that way. And it's 4.4444, and it's the right size. Okay, so now why is it so big when I spawn it in? Oh, it's not. Okay. I don't know why it's doing this. What is this? It's supposed to be 0.4. I don't understand. Oh. It must be doing it in comparison to these. It is. Because that's 0.2. Yeah, it's putting it in comparison. It's putting it 0.04 of that. So I see what it's doing. Alright, now that we've parented it properly, we have to set its position to vector 3, 0, which is actually a 2D vector, but it doesn't really matter. We're just zeroing the whole thing out so that it fits over his arm. What the? Why did it not zero out? Why you gotta be like that? I zeroed it out here and there. Wow. I just don't have the brain capacity. I'm gonna try something here. try setting it indefinitely after the game starts to see if it moves. It might be due to the fact that things have not settled yet. Nope, I know why. Because I'm trying to set the wrong transform. A lot of this stuff is going to have to change. There we go. I was using the wrong position. It's local position. It was local position, not worldly position. So as you can see, that's the way. It was looked a little confusing, I'm sure. But basically what we ended up doing was we made a mount point on our little guard bot where his weapon is going to go. And then in code, when the guard bot was spawned in, we told him to add the melee dagger. Give him a dagger, name it Dagger of Doom, and we're going to put it as a child object of weapon mount point on the transform. Then, when the weapon loaded up, we ended up, probably looking at my nose there, aren't you? When we loaded it up, the weapon, it checks to see what its variant is. If its variant was a dagger, then we use the dagger image, which is the weapon image for the dagger. Because with all these weapons we make, with the weapon prefabs, each one of them has their own weapon image. And that's basically how that would work. We would make the dagger the flail, and it would have a weapon image. And really, we don't even have a dagger, because really the weapon image will be the same regardless. So we could technically do this and never have to mess with it ever again, which is pretty friggin' amazing, because the weapon image will always remain based on what the weapon is made up to be. So if we if we go back in here, this will actually work exactly the same, because our weapon images are set per weapon, which is a very, very good thing. It's what we want. That way, as you can see, it still showed the dagger up here, which is what we wanted, definitely. So that makes our lives even easier. So now when we make a weapon, like the flail, the knife, or the mace, or whatever, every time it loads onto a character, it will display the image that is set, predetermined, right here as our weapon. Now, things get a little more complicated when we start to animate them. We have to make sure that the weapons, if we're actually going to hold them or put them next to each other, I don't really know. If they're going to hold them, we have to make sure that the animation is done properly, where the sword idles with the characters and all that, and that can get kind of what would probably end up happening is, because Anime Studio works in such a way that I'm hoping it will end up using, works in such a way that they can export out FBXs. If that's the case, that allows me to basically determine what can be shown and what can't be shown. So if we make an image for all the weapons and they actually animate them a part of this guy, export him out with a mace in his hand, a dagger in his hand, a sword, and just basically every weapon in his hand that's animated, I can drop down his little tree, go down and pick and choose. Oh, well, he's using a sword, we're going to turn the sword on. He's using this and this and this. Now, if we went a different way, we could do my way, which is to have them put on the character, but then we have to deal with trying to get the animation synced up here and there. I will talk to Frank and Kirby about that when we get a chance. I guess someday, probably. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to take a break and rest. I'm feeling like crap. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know that you probably couldn't see me talking because I had the the laptop move there while I was leaning back in my chair. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something. You had a good time with me naming conventions and stuff. So I will be back tomorrow, maybe. It's generally weekdays that I'll be doing this on. So I hope all of you enjoyed watching, and we'll tune in next time. And you guys have a great day. I'm gonna go try and get to feel better, get to feeling better, so that I'm not so crazy like I was today, just scatterbrained in general. Hopefully that will not be the case next time I stream for you guys. All right, well, you guys have a good one. Take it easy.